All right, test. It is Sunday, 5 May, 0920 local, 1420 Zulu. And we're heading up to Eglin Delta for glide tests. Jeff, I've got the motor running. I just hacked the gas. I've got 29.5 on board. I'm showing 28.9 in
Navy 7 Echo
system.
076.
Call that close enough.
3 miles west of the reservoir tank.
Back to Big Sky, and I'm going to go to the just the RV4 page for now.
2 lots of holding at the Crestview Vortex.
All right, there's 6,000 feet, 2992, so we're going to level off here.
For the procedure for the ILS 17 with a
and we'll get set up for our
followed by the localizer 17 and then the RNAV 17.
Navy 7
up for a glide test.
76 after completion of the option. Fly heading 080, maintain 2000.
080, 2000, Navy Cycle 076.
So these will be flaps 40 condition, 3 by straight, 3 by off. Based on our airspeed testing yesterday, 48-49 is what we're going to see in the M5 for the brake. I have not, adjusted that for calibrated yet.
Maintain 5000.
But I do have a correction curve, so we can go back to raw data, easy peasy. And we can actually change that to calibrated after we go from raw data.
November
all right,
1 Lima Charlie, fly heading
so just a quick review at stall speed of 49, that gives us a 1.3 VS at 63.7, and in the 45-degree bank at 1.4 Gs, 75.75. So about 76 is what we'll be looking for in the turning glide test, and about 63 is what we're going to be looking for in the straight ahead glide test. All right, we're just waiting on airspace.
Number 508 Juliet, contact Tinwolf Road.
Winds aloft today showing 171 at 12. 2992 is set at 12, 142209. 16 Charlie, 29.3 on board. Lots of airspace going this way. So we're going to get set up for our first 40-degree glide test. All right. And let's see if we start these at 6. 55 to 5. All right, that's what we're going to work. Slowing down. Let's get a quick decel here and a stall. We'll establish an on-speed condition. We'll configure data mark, and our data marks for TLAR are going to be post-maneuver. Post-maneuver back.
Charlie, traffic 11 o'clock in 7 miles, northeastbound PC-12, 4,000 for 5,000.
All right.
Nor 101 Lima, traffic 2 o'clock in 6 miles,
max.
northwestbound PE-58, 6,000, expect higher passenger traffic.
Got a good camera, we got a good boom. There's an LVD max condition. Continue to trim for on speed. Flying flaps 20, flaps 20 selected, flaps 20 confirmed. And on speed. And flaps 40 selected. Flaps 40 selected. And slow trim, stand by, let's fix that. On speed condition into the stall. Just accelerating here. Underpowered, about 65. All right, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
We're going to be working the block 7 to 4 for flight test, sir.
Roger.
All right, power's coming back. Full nose up trim. Full nose up trim. Altitude, altitude, altitude. All right, right on the money at 49. No need to recheck that. Get a quick data mark. All right, we got a data mark both systems. Let's go back up and we'll get set up for our first glide test. All right, trim.
Northeastbound 5,000.
Monitoring oil at 183, engine temps nominal. Got a good boom, we got a good camera. Time now, 14:24:56. 15 degrees Charlie, 29.1 on board, 6,000 feet. Pressure, altitude, and we're going to be getting set up for our flaps 40 straight ahead glide number 1. All right, there's an on-speed condition.
No factor, climb maintain 10,000.
Data mark 3, 2, 1.
On speed disabled.
Oops, didn't mean to do that anyway.
Data mark.
Oops, bad
On
data
speed
mark.
enabled.
All right, let's get set up in our glide.
4,000, fly heading 320 downwind.
All right, idle is confirmed, throttle locked. 62, 63 indicated, checks. And going to full nose up trim condition. And parameters are looking good. This one we only need 300 feet to get set up, but we're going to go ahead and use 500 because we're going to need that in the turns. All right, approaching test condition, 100 feet.
33 Romeo, stay on course, setting the keys.
Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, first flight test. On condition.
33 Romeo, clear direct keys.
Physically holding the throttle back so I don't have any creep issues. 63, 64. We're going to get 500 feet of data. Ball is centered. Okay, just lost the system. Abort, abort, abort. Kind of standard. Back up. We're going to go ahead and retract the flaps for our climbs today just to be kind to the engine.
2 Golf Alpha correction, maintain 5,000.
And starting to climb at 360.
01 Lima, clear direct to Cresty Vortex is found.
And we'll get set up for our next test. All right, we are now on a new log file. That's good. That's going to keep this easy. So we're on log file 2, showing data mark 00 right now. Really, really like that feature, Bob. However, I am definitely waiting for the super bright display. Go back up to 6,000 feet, and we'll run this on a heading of 360. Time now, 14:27:21, 16 degrees Charlie, 28.9 on board.
01 Lima, contact Jacksonville Center 120.2. See it.
Nice day for flight test up here. Still nice smooth air, even though it's bumpy down low. And just doing a cruise climb here for oil temperature. Get set up again on an on-speed condition. We need to check for throttle creep.
37 Papa Charlie, egg 1 approach.
Throttle lock set. There's 6,000 feet.
3004.
And slowing as we are in the turn to 360. Ball is behaving nicely today at these low airspeeds.
Number 187 Sierra.
All right, power's coming back, trim's coming in. There's a flaps 20 condition, stand by. All right, looking good at 14:28:30:15 Charlie. 28.8, Skull and 360. There's an on-speed condition. Throttle is idle, nose up, trim, pitch for 63. Slightly slow, 63. There we go, looking very good. Interesting, the fractional lift and the indicated airspeed match up just about perfectly. There's a unique correlation there. Okay. All right, on condition, standing by, altitude out of 5,700 feet. Data rental start 5,500. All right, data mark in
1 Lima
front.
Charlie, descend and maintain 2,000.
Data mark in back. All right, winds aloft showing 208 at 8. Good condition. Arc.
Data mark.
All right, beginning run. Log 2, data mark 1.
Departure, ident. North Core flight approved, VS Field 2 northbound.
Physically holding the throttle back.
Air Club 16, radar contact 2 miles south of Field 2. There's traffic, 11 o'clock and 2 miles northwestbound out of 4,000 for 2,000 D58.
All right, ball is centered, condition is good. We're just going to continue to spiral up for each one of these.
1 Lima Charlie, fly heading 270.
So we'll basically be in the same wind field.
Air Club 16, altitude climbing 2.
And approaching the end of the run.
Air Club 16 approved as requested.
1.
Maintain VFR.
All right, and run. Data mark. All right, looking good. Okay. Flaps are retracted. Airspeed's increasing for engine cooling. And back up we go. All right, time now 14:30, 27, 17 degrees Charlie, 28.8 on board.
Approach New Mexico 076.
We're going to continue with flaps at 0 until we're satisfied. We've got 3 good runs. I felt a little throttle creep at the beginning of that one, so still looking for 3 good runs. All right, 5 for 6. We got a good camera, and we got a good boom. We're feeding right tank. We do have 2 tenths on there from the previous turn back test. We've been airborne 16 minutes, 30 seconds.
Sandstone 22, Egg 1 approach, go ahead.
Yes, sir. We're here on the ground at Crestview. We've taken off about 5 mics, looking to pick up our clearance.
Sandstone 22, stand by.
All right, I'm just extending to the south here just a little bit, and that's just to keep us in the same chunk of Eglin Delta for each one of these runs. And winds aloft on this heading show, a 141 for 13.
Sandstone 22, how do you spell your call sign?
That's Whiskey Delta Echo 22.
All right, starting a right turn to heading a 360. And we'll commence the run once we get turned around and slowed down. Throttle's coming back, pulling off.
Alpha, contact 10 will approach 120.82.
Mixture's back.
1 Lima Charlie, 5 miles, correction 4 miles on final approach 6. Maintain 2000
Throttle lock set.
Cleared, RNAV 14 approach.
All right, power's coming back now. In the right turn to heading a 360.
Sandstone 22, I'm not showing a flight plan filed in the NAS just yet.
All right. There's 360.
All right, yeah, we our plane takeoff is 10 local, so
and slowing.
Roger, and you did file a flight plan for Sandstone?
Yeah, let's double check with our dispatch. Sandstone 22.
All right, looking good. Flaps 20 and flaps 40. All right, there's full nose up trim. There's our on-speed condition and pitching for on-speed. Throttle is back. Slightly slow condition and getting established. There's our 63 reference.
637 Papa Charlie, contact 10 will approach 125.2.
All right, through 5,700 feet. There's our condition looking good. Standing by, data mark at 14:33:08, 15 Charlie, 28.5 data mark. 3, 2, 1.
November 33 Romeo.
Data mark.
Approach 133.45.
Looking good, on condition. All right, that throttle lock needs to be really, really tight, and it works really well.
18.45.
All right, condition. All right, 250 feet of data to go.
Aero Club 16, change my frequency 125.1.
And we're still about 2 degrees down.
Romeo, change my frequency 125.1.
125.1, we'll go standby. All right, 25.1.
Echo 076, change to advisory frequency approved, on the go, contact approacher on 124.05.
Advisory and on the go 124.05.
All right, data mark run complete, 125.1 coming up. And sub Bravo run is up 25.1. All right, back up. Let's get another one. Working north just a little bit, so I'm gonna hook south hard. And let's climb on a 180 heading. We got that southerly flow pushing us north. Just accelerate on out here for cruise climb. That'll put us right back on our reference airspace. And it is 14:34:45, 17 Charlie, 28.4 on board. And I'm showing 26.9, so I'm actually a little off. We need to probably adjust that for flight test. Jeff, I'm just going to stop the motor just for a second here.
Now, are you ready for your clearance?
And I'm going to reset. Well, I don't know if I want to reset.
Sandstone 22, cleared
Let's do
to
this.
Foxtrot
Menu.
Sierra Tango Airport as filed. On departure,
Aircraft. I'm going to knock this down to 7 gallons an hour.
10 minutes after. Departure frequency, this frequency, squawk 3015.
All right, and we're going to go to 28 gallons on board, and we'll restart the motor. All right, restarting the motor. Looking good. 500 feet to go. Airspace is good. Weather is perfect.
738, Foxtrot Yankee, 5000.
Sandstone 22, read back correct, pulse release, and advise when you're number 1 to the runway with the runway number, this frequency. November 738, Foxtrot Yankee, Eggman approach the
There's our 6,000 feet.
3006.
Oil's nominal at 177. All our other temperatures are nominal. Power's coming back, hooking to heading at 360 for this run. Back to Big Sky. Big Sky selected. I'm on the RV4 page, so I've got that limited look. And I'm actually at the 15-degree down mode, Jeff, with, I'm going to just call it AOA mode for the 45 degrees of bank reference speed. So we'll call it airspeed mode and AOA mode. That makes a whole lot more sense to me. And my ossified 61-year-old brain. All right, shit hot. In the turn out, heading at 360 at 14:36:30, 15 Charlie, 28.2 on board. It's a good run, number 3. That throttle lock is tweaked, as Gold member would say.
Sir, 224 Lima Sierra, Eggman approach, the crusher altimeter 3006.
There's a flaps 20 condition, trim starting to come in. All right, there's a flaps 40 condition, on speed, full nose up trim. There's our condition, pitching for 63 on a skull of 360. All right. Looking good, conditions are good, and parameters are good. Stand by for 5,500 feet. A little pitchy. Fix that. Through 5750. Down, bound. We got a good boom. We got a good camera. Alright, slightly fast condition. Stand by, Detamark. Detamark 3, 2, 1.
Detamark.
Alright. On the run. Throttle's back with the friction lever, full tight, no problem. This run's actually a little fast. I'm looking at 65. I'm not gonna hold it. Keep it consistent.
Departure Delta 1708 with you passing 2.7 for 10. Let's see, 360 on the heading.
Delta 1708, Eggman approach, the crusher altimeter 3006.
All right, approach the end of the run.
Delta 1708.
Stand by, data mark, T-lar, and mark. All right, good mark. Knock it off, knock it off. Flaps are retracted, power's coming up, and hook it to heading to
November 7 Sierra Papa, clear direct Pensacola Airport.
Clear direct Pensacola, 7 Sierra Papa.
Airborne 24 minutes, 3 seconds with an extra 2 tenths on the right tank. So at about 45, we'll go ahead and switch. That'll be the normal 1 hour point. Got a good camera, we got a good boom. We got at least 2 good runs in the cam.
November 8, Foxtrot Yankee, clear direct defund, and as follows.
Direct to defund, thank you, Foxtrot Yankee.
And accelerating just a little bit here. Once again for airspace. And winds throwing about 160 at 11. And we're sculling 180 at 14:39:20, 16 degrees Charlie, 28 gallons on board. Check this. Going 27.5. All right.
November 7 Sierra Papa, descend and maintain 6,000.
Only a half-gallon difference.
Descend maintain 6,000, 7 Sierra
I'm going
Papa.
to knock this down because of the nature of the test to 6.5 gallons an hour. Not going to stop the motor and start the motor. We'll just go ahead and leave it. Back to Big Sky. All right, there's our 6,000
Delta
feet.
1708, contact Jacksonville Center, 120.2.
20.2, Delta 1708.
And this will be another glide test.
Sandstone 22, go ahead. Roger, stand by. I need this Bell 06 helicopter to call me up so
All
I
right.
can release you.
All temperature's looking good. And hooking to a heading of 360 for our next glide run.
Navy 7
Power's
Echo
coming back.
076, Eglin departure. Radar contact 2 miles east of Bob Sykes. Maintain 2000. Fire present heading. Vector for departing traffic.
All right. One off the deck.
Sandstone 22, runway 35. Fly runway heading. Maintain 2000. Release for departure. Clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. Navy 7 Echo 076. Once the C-130 is out of the way, you can expect direct Cobra for the full procedure.
Alright, got a low altitude Herky Bird and decelerating. And flaps 40 condition, flaps 40 locked. Alright, pull nose up trim condition and beginning glide. Mixture's back. Glide's looking good. We're gonna shoot for 63 on this one. So I'm gonna be center donut nipple top. Yeah, just a little bit more back pressure than last time. All right, throttle is back and locked, 300 feet to parameters. Looking good, skull on 360 at 1441, 25, 15 degrees Charlie, 27.5 on board. All right, 100 feet to go. Standby test.
737, 15 and a half for 1000 with 3.
Southwest 737, Eglin approach, the crash
Data mark.
3006.
Right, on parameters. Cowboys coming through the pattern. Good parameters, 63 this time. So I want to get one more at 63.
Navy 7 Echo 076, turn left heading
Throttle's
020.
good. Looking good, 200 feet of data to go. Getting blown just a little bit to the west, so we're going to skull southeast on our next climb, Axel. Oil's good at 171. That'll keep us in the same chunk of airspace. All right, stand by. Second data mark.
Sandstone 22, Eglin departure, ident.
All right, good data mark, TLAR. And run complete. Flaps retracted. Let's hook to a heading of 150.
Sandstone 22, radar contact 2 miles north of Bob Sykes, pleasing 1,300. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Back up
fly
to
heading
6.
360. Vector for your climb.
We got a good camera. We got a good boom.
Navy 7 Echo 076, cleared direct Cobra, cross Cobra at 2,000.
So that winds aloft for a rating of about 150, 160. 10 is just about right. We'll just start an easy Schwuppenhausen here, back to our same reference point, and we'll get set up for one
7
more,
Sierra Papa,
flaps
contact
40,
Pensacola approach 119.0.
63 indicated,
190,
0 degrees of bank, and then we'll start getting into our turn tests. We've been airborne 28 minutes, 50 seconds. Much better test flow today than yesterday. And prior to this sortie, we did get 2 good actual turn back to full stops. Using the AOA mode, i.e. the 45-degree angle of bank calculation for VREF.
Navy 7 Echo 076,
5.5 for 6 in a just super slow right turn to a heading of 180.
To Cobra and hold.
All right.
And it's climbed to 2,000 after the turn.
Got C-130.
Sandstone 22, contact Jacksonville Center 120.2.
Sculling out. Looks like he's northbound. Not a factor. Okay, we'll get set up here. There's our 6,000 feet. Leaving our throttle friction adjusted hard, so to speak.
Southwest 737,
and
descend and maintain
7,000 for our
7,000.
next one.
718, 7000, Southwest 737.
All right. Time now, 14:45:05, 15 Charlie. 27.6, rolling out on a heading of 360. Slowing down. And get set up for our final wings level run for today, assuming we can get nice 63 indicated. All right, throttle is aft, locked.
Southwest 737, contact Tyndall approach 125.2.
Flaps 20 condition.
25-2, good day, Southwest 737.
Flaps 40 condition, flaps 40 set, looking for on speed, full nose up trim. There's on speed, and there's our 60-ish. So let's get set up for parameters. All right, looking good. There's our 62, there's 63. Oh, baby. Too fast. Our pitch set here at about 2.5 degrees. All right, looking good. There's parameters. Got 150 feet to go. And by Denmark. A little bit of heading creep. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, looking good. On run. All right, this is a good run. Looking good. 250 feet to go. 63 Maple 64.
Echo approach, King Air 926 Delta Whiskey's up with you, 12.5 for 11, 11,000.
King Air 926 Delta Whiskey, Eglin approach, the crush altimeter 3006.
Parameters are looking
And
good.
just to verify you're landing at Panama City today.
Affirmative, we got Lima for 6 Delta Whiskey.
Roger, expect low in about 10 miles.
6 Delta Whiskey, roger.
And mark. All right, good run. Knock it off. Okay, we're going to head back up, start our turning runs. Flaps are retracted. Doing an easy accelerating climb and turn here, back to a heading of about 180 for now. It is 14:47:25, 17 Charlie, 27.5 on board. Yeah, we're looking here. Geez, 26.6. God, I'm going to cut that back even more. I don't quite understand that. Down to 6 gallons an hour now. And 27. I'm going to change our effective weight to, well, let's see, should be 1304-ish. Cross check that. Yeah, we're showing 1300. That's going to be close enough.
November 6
right.
Delta Whiskey, descend and maintain 7,000.
Down to 7, 6 Delta Whiskey.
All right, big sky's coming back on. All right, this will be our 45-degree bank turn. We're going to do those probably to the left so we get consistent. Got a good camera, and we got a good boom. An airborne 34 minutes, 5 seconds. All right, there's our 180 up to 6. Area orientation is looking good. All right, there's our 6,000 feet. Power's coming back. Leveling off. Oil nominal at 175. All right, hooking to heading a 180. Power's coming back. This will be our 45-degree run. Flaps 40.
November 6 Delta Whiskey, contact Tyndall approach 125.2.
And again, our reference
25-2,
airspeed that we're going to be
Whiskey,
looking
good day.
for is going to be about 75 indicated on the M5. All right, power's coming back. Our 45Q. This is really an instrument maneuver. All right, power's coming back. Good. Pitch, 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 pitch. Maintain about 75 or so. Just cheating here, getting things set up. There's full nose up trim. All right, I'm coming off the perch. Allow me airspeed to accelerate to about 75. All right, there is our 45 degrees of bank. There's our 75 indicated. More G, more G, more G. Stand by. Data mark. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, on parameters. On parameters. Looking good on parameters. G, 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 G. Okay, very easy. Let the G get out of control here. This might be pretty nominal though.
Regular approach, Flexjet 601, so 137,
down a mark.
over there.
All right, looking good. Let's go back up.
601, England approach, expect the RNAV to runway 14, fly your present heading, vector for traffic flow.
Flaps are retracted.
Present heading, Flexjet 601. Approach low, Magma 816.
Climbing back up. We're going to see if we can do better with the 75.
Magma 88, England approach, say request.
Since your math is based on true airspeed, Jeff.
Magma 88, expect that.
By the way, we'll read true airspeed off of the dyno while we're doing this, just for shits and grins. And of course, we'll have that in the 50 hertz data. So interesting how wide the on-speed band gets there at about 1.4 Gs.
Shed 601, turn right heading up.
Easy to get off of that reference airspeed when you're just flying the AOA.
Right, 110, Flexjet 601.
We've been airborne 37 minutes, 28 seconds, about 45 minutes. We'll consider that a 1 hour point for a switchy switch on tanks. It is a 14:52:12. 16 Charlie, 27 gallons on board. 26.2, off by about a gallon on there. I've got this dial back now, Jeff, to 6 gallons an hour, which is actually probably pretty close to what we're averaging, considering we're back in idle for a lot of these maneuvers.
Approach, Roger.
All
Turn
right,
10
let's
degrees
just
left.
accelerate south here. Oil's nominal at 174. We'll get set up. This will be another 45 degree bank.
November 4, Lima, Sierra, contact Pensacola approach
Spiral.
190.0.
I got a little left wing heavy right now, which is actually probably helping things out.
11 o'clock, 6 miles maneuvering sky, VFR 4,200.
All right,
Looking for traffic.
let's hook to a heading of 360. We'll get set up for the next run. Got a good camera. We got a good boom.
Magma 88, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend, maintain 7,000, Magma 88.
Flex Shed 601, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend, maintain 3,000, Flexjet 601.
All right, power's coming back. Full Skull 360 on this one, as we have for all of these, showing a wind out of the southeast at about 14. Time we'll try to catch the true airspeed. Power's coming back now and heading at 360, getting set up for the run. Trim, 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 trim.
Magma 88, turn right heading 310. Vectors for your descent. I'll get you
There's
lower.
the flaps 20 condition.
Right, 310, thanks, Magma 88.
About 75 pitching. There's a flaps 40 condition. There's a 75. Full nose up trim.
140, Flexjet 601.
All right, airspeed and bank angle. Airspeed, bank angle, G. All right, there we go. Bank angle, airspeed's a little high. G's coming up. G's are actually a little high, that's why. All right, looking good. Standby data mark.
Flex Shed 601, clear direct ILOP at or above 2,000. Cleared straight in, RNAV runway 14.
On speed disabled. On speed enabled.
Damn it.
Data mark.
All right, we're going to take this one a little bit low.
Romeo Whiskey.
I think I figured out the display and the G's. Looking good. Go a little extra
Magma 88,
here.
descend and maintain 2,000.
Descend, maintain 2,000, Magma 88.
All right, there's our normal termination point. Let's get an extra 100 feet in the bag for finger fuckery. And there we go. All right, looking good coming out of the maneuver. Up. flaps, retract. Okay, let's accelerate on out. Engine temperature is looking nominal. Cylinders are all awesome. Oil's good at 171. Got a good camera, we got a good boom. We're gonna consider that a bad run, but I think I'm starting to get what we need, Jeff. We basically need an eyebrow lit.
Number 6 Romeo,
1.4 Gs.
3000.
It's definitely an instrument maneuver. All right. Starting an easy hook here for airspace.
Eglin approach.
Put a little east in the bank.
Sierra pops out of 13.7 for 11,000.
We've been airborne 41 minutes, 10 seconds. And my butt's starting to hurt. So that all lines up.
Approach again.
November
All right, 5 for 6.
Sierra pops out of 13.3 for
26.7 on board.
At Destin.
Number 655.
25.8 within a gallon. We're going to call within a gallon. Good. We're still dialed back to 6 on here.
RNAV 14, 5 Sierra pops. Approach magnetic.
All right, floating the turn now.
Magnetic.
It is 14:56.
Has the field
20. 16 Charlie.
Clear visual approach Romeo 18. Contact.
All right,
Duke Tower,
26.7 on board. Duke is open.
Visual 18 over to tower. Magnetic 12.
There's our 6. There's our airspace. Throttling back. Oil's
Number
nominal.
6 Romeo Whiskey. Turn right, direct ILOP.
All right, starting our hook for our run this time. So a little bit higher pitch, 1.4 Gs, eyebrow lit, 75 indicated. That's what we're going to go for on this one. I do not have the brain bites to read the true airspeed while that's going on. Talk about channelized attention. All right, we got a good camera, we got a good boom in the right turn. We're heading at 360. We'll be stalling 360
Number 6
for the
Romeo
start of
Whiskey.
this
Clear
one.
direct ILOP.
Wind showing southeast 14.
Cleared on Romeo 14
On
approach.
this altitude. All right, power's coming back, slowing down. Throttle friction lock, full set. 42 minutes, 44 seconds elapsed. Slight left wing heavy, that's exactly what we want for this test. So that's another note there. Basically, while we're doing these spiral tests, burn the fuel, make that wing just a little bit heavy, really helps out holding the parameters. All right, power's coming back. Flaps 20 condition, flaps 20 selected. All right, power's back, stand by. Throttle friction lock,
33017, are you going to continue northeastbound or are you going to the coastline?
Flaps 40.
Warrior 017,
75.
VFR,
Pitching and rolling.
54 Juliet.
All right, pitching and rolling. There's our full nose up trim. Accelerating, getting our G's on. There's our 75. There's our 1.4. Okay. Pitching, got to pitch back up for this. God damn it. There's 45 degrees of bank. Stand by. Data mark 3. Nope, not yet. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, eyebrow back. Come on. A little extra on the bank. That's what's going on. Eyebrow. There we go. A little more left rudder. These are looking pretty good. Nominal, but 200 feet. Guide for Eglin Air Traffic Control. All right.
Number 5 Sierra
That's
Papa
going
descend
to be a good run.
5,000.
Stand by. Data mark 3, 2,
Present heading
1.
down to 5,000, 5 Sierra pops.
All right, good data mark. Knock it off, terminate run, back up. Starting an easy right hook, power's coming up, trim. That is 14, 58, 55, 16 Charlie, 65.1 on board. Boost pump is on, off, left selected, 44, 33 elapsed. Still got a heavy left wing, so we're in good shape. All right, just starting our easy cruise climb over here. Back to heading south. Low airspeeds, the ball behaves actually really well.
November 8 Foxtrot Yankee, contact Tyndall approach 120.82.
120.82, 8 Foxtrot Yankee.
Pretty much on a par with the Dyna.
Clear direct ILOP.
Direct ILOP, 5 Sierra pops.
Maybe a little twitch here, not much. All right, let's roll out here. Intermittent heading a 150, and that's just for airspace. And back in the turn now to heading a 180, 500 feet to go. We got a good
Eglin approach, Warrior 017.
camera. We got a good boom.
33017, I'm going to approach the crush out
It
center
is
3006. Sorry, I had to coordinate your movement.
1500 Zulu even, 16
3006,
Charlie,
no problem. Ready to turn east when you're ready for me.
26.4 on
Stand
board.
by, let me talk to Pensacola.
We got one good spiral so far that I'm happy with. Let's get
Number
2
6,
more.
Romeo Whiskey, contact Destin Tower.
I'm trying to make these as precise as we can based on math, as opposed to just flying the AOA.
Number 017, you can proceed direct to Crestview.
All right, starting our hook to heading at 360 now for another run. Throttle friction full tight. Power coming back. And this will be another 45-degree left-hand spiral. We'll be working the eyebrow, 75, hopefully 1.4 Mipple, 1.5 G's. All right. Mipple's just an expression for something that changes back and forth rapidly between a couple of
Number 5
digits.
Sierra Papa, descend to maintain
All
3000 and reduce the final approach speed.
Okay, power's coming back.
Descend to 3000, reduce the final approach speed, 5 Sierra Pop.
Power is back, throttle is blocked, mixture is back. All right, slowing. There's flaps 20. A little high, but that's fine. It's going 360 now for this run. All right, there we go. Trying to start off the perch just a little early. Keep a little extra smash in the bank here. Pulling into 45 degrees of bank. There's our eyebrow. G's are low, airspeed's low. Let's get to 45 degrees of bank and fix it. There we go.
Number 5 Sierra Papa, cross ILOP at 3000, cleared to RNAV runway 14 approach.
ILOP at 3000,
Nice.
cleared for the RNAV 14 approach, 5 Sierra Pop.
Okay, looking good. Standby parameters. Oh man, this looks good.
87 Echo 076, segment departure, ident.
Data mark.
All right, in the bank on parameters. In the bank on parameters.
87 Echo
Parameters,
076,
maybe a
radar
little
contact,
steep.
half a mile west of the Bobsleigh Airport.
Turner feet to go. In a bank on parameters.
And 87 Echo 076, did you want to hold it, Cobra, for that missed approach, or are you ready for vectors
All right,
for the
looking good.
localizer?
Stand by down to Mark 3, 2, 1. All right, terminate run. Looking good. All right, flaps are
87 Echo
retracted.
076,
That's a pretty good run. Let's get a couple
2000,
more.
Fly heading 340.
So earlier today, Jeff, I also ran some real turnbacks. I was caught between a marine layer and some fog up to the north, so I had a nice sucker hold to flying over the field. And I went with the 45 AOB selection, which we're gonna, I hope, call the AOA selection. And what I liked about that is it actually gets you out further from the field before you get the turn back cue, so the maneuver back to the field itself is a lot less of a high octa than what we were flying before. So I agree with you, we need to get the physics right, and then we'll put in whatever kind of fudge parameters we want. Well, fudge is the wrong word. Pad is the right word.
017, resume on navigation north of the restricted ranges.
Warrior 0170, navigation north of the restricted ranges.
All right, looking good. It's 7,300 feet of density, altitude mixtures back here just a little bit. Leveling at 6,000 pressure altitude. And holding just a little bit for airspace. To be another 45 degree bank spiral glide time now, 15:04. 30, 15 Charlie, 26 gallons on board. 24.9, wow, this thing is just, I don't get it. I'm dialing it back again, Jeff. Aircraft. Going back to
Warrior
5.5 gallons
3317,
an
okay with
hour.
you, I'm just going to head direct to the Crestview Vortex and then east.
And we're still within a gallon.
We're
Fix
33017,
Married
resume on
up.
navigation,
All right,
and you're
now we're
landing
married up.
Mobile, you said?
Negative, Warrior 017 landing, Tiffany X.
I sure hope I'm actually doing that correctly, Jeff.
Okay, right.
And it won't screw up the data. Story of my career, I get to fly the mission again. All right. We got a good camera, we got a good boom, hook into a heading of 360. A little high, we'll go ahead and hold that. Power's coming back. Want to see at least 2 more of these nice eyebrow turns, and I'm calling them an eyebrow turn just because of the way Bob's new display works, which I really, really like. Kind of the perfect on speed approach and slightly slow condition cue. All right, power's back. 2 idle, Skull and 360, getting set up for our run. There's a flaps 20 condition.
November 5 Sierra Papa, traffic in the
Clear,
pattern at Eglin is
nobody's
2
around,
Skyhawks below
Eglin's got
1,000 feet.
us.
They're going to remain
Got it.
northeast of your
Fox
approach
40.
course. Eglin Tower's talking to
And
them.
rolling off.
Pop, Sierra Pop.
November 5 Sierra
Looking
Papa,
good. Come on.
contact
Bang,
Destin
bang,
Tower
bang, bang.
118.45.
Bang, 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 bang. There we go. Looking good.
Let's go approach, going to go 421 Zulu Mike, level at 10,000.
Number 421 Zulu Mike, Eglin approach, the Crest altimeter 3006.
Oh, we're going to try something after this, too, Jeff. I have an idea. And
7 Echo 076,
data mark.
fighting 3.
Data mark.
I want to show you something that I think is an important concept. It's the roll off the perch. But let's finish these up first. We get 1 more of these after this.
Maybe
This is a
7
good
Echo
run.
076, after completion of your approach, fly heading 080, maintain 2,000, and say intentions after the RNAV.
All right, looking good. And data mark. All right, looking good. Knock it off, knock it off. Flaps are retracted. Let's go back up. Easy right-hand turn, airborne, 52 minutes, 35 seconds. Great hop today. Engine's perfect, 171 nominal. 10 degrees hotter would be just about brilliant, but is what it is. Back up to 6, let's get 1 more of those. Jeff, then what we're gonna do is we're going to actually do a couple of rolls off the perch on speed because your pitch changes as your AOA changes in there. And your flight path vector, that's what I really want to show you. Your flight path vector is going to go down and come back up. And we ran into this when we did our tough testing originally. I just want to share it with you, and I want to give you some data in both systems.
November 1 Zulu Mike, descend and maintain 6,000.
All right, hook it back to
6,000,
south.
421 Zulu Mike.
Back up to 6.
Eglin approach.
We need to get 1 more of these eyebrow turns.
Checking in 5,500.
Number
Airspace is looking perfectly nominal.
The Crest altimeter 3006.
Copy altimeter.
All right, 3006, we're at 2992. So we're reading slightly low at pressure altitude. Our density altitude's up at
Number 1 Zulu
7,200
Mike,
feet
traffic,
today.
1 o'clock, 5 miles southeastbound,
And
Honda
mixture
Jet,
set
leaving 1
appropriately.
2000 for 11000.
Signal traffic, 421 Zulu Mike.
All right, just took it back. Easy turn to heading on 180 now, leveling off at 6. Ah, butt's killing me.
Navy 7 Echo 076, turn right heading 080.
Eglin approach, going to go 421 Zulu Mike, has traffic in sight.
All right,
Number 1 Zulu Mike, copy.
big old Duke and clearing turn here. And slowing her down at 150915. 15 Charlie, 25.7 on board. Full on heading at 360. All right, friction lock, full, tight, power, idle, flaps, 20. Trim. Flaps 40. Locked. Trim, 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 trim. All right, off the perch, looking for the eyebrow. Mixture's back. Brilliant. Bank angle, bank angle, bank angle. Slightly slow. There we go. Condition. Right there, Jeff. That's the fucking velocity vector shift I'm talking about. I want to show that to you.
87 Echo 076, 8 miles from the final
Standby,
for 6,
data
fly heading
mark.
140, maintain 2000, fill established on the localizer, cleared localizer, runway 17 approach.
Data mark.
Right, looking good. There's our eyebrow turn. A little fast there, on condition now. Condition looking real good. True speed shows 85. I actually read it that time.
For your 017 traffic, 11 o'clock, 6 miles, appears southeastbound. Altitude indicates 4,600.
Fast.
And I have another target right behind him, about half a mile.
Good.
Altitude indicates 3,500, both
And
southeastbound.
mark.
Warrior 017 will be
All
located.
right. I want to get one more of those for you.
Morning, Southwest 702 and a 4,000 for 10,000.
Southwest
Airborne
702,
56
Eggleston
minutes,
approach, the flight
27
altimeter
seconds.
3006.
Mixture's back. Cruise climb. Oil's nominal 173. So I think what we'll do is maybe we'll set it up. Well, we'll get one just off the perch. And then we'll get a couple maybe from a climb. I want to get one more good 45-degree bank in there though. Eyebrow turn. That's a no shit stabilized condition. But again, the concept is you roll up the perch, the velocity vector drops, and if it's a base turn, it just stays low. But if you're going to actually convert it into a 45-degree bank glide, the velocity vector starts to come back up.
That traffic you called out for me heading southeastbound, are they heading to Cresty, do you know?
I have no idea. I'm not talking to them. Altitudes indicate 5,100 and 3,900 now.
Warrior 07.
Southwest 702, contact Jacksonville Center 120.2.
All right, there's our 6,000 feet. Looking good. Starting our right turn to heading at 360. 15, 12, 20, 15 degrees Charlie, 25.4 on board.
120.2.
45.3. Okay, we're starting to catch up.
2 now, upjet 45.
So this setting is working better for the glide tests. High power is coming back.
Maybe 7 Echo
Power's back in idle.
076, change
There's
to
the flaps
advisory
20
frequency
condition,
approved.
rolling out on heading at 360. There's 360. Going to flaps 40. There's flaps 40 locked. Full nose up trim. And off the perch. All right, standby test condition. Bang, bang, bang. Right there. A little bit more up. Up, up, up. Up, up. All right, there's a stable condition, 100 feet to go. 1.
Data mark.
All right, looking good. Parameters, parameters, parameters. Come on back. A little bit more. Half a finger, half a finger. Let's go. Not bad. Not bad. Okay,
Warrior
bank, slight
017,
bank
off
correction
your
there.
left side and about 3 o'clock there's another flight of 2. Altitude indicates 2,700 and 2,800. I think it's a flight of 4 going southeastbound at different altitudes.
Warrior 017 looking.
All right, looks good. There's our terminate data mark. Okay, now let's go up and take a look at that velocity vector behavior that I'm trying to explain. Oop, flaps are retracted. Power's up. We're just going to do that in the same chunk of airspace right here. So we are apples all day. All right, we just lost the main system.
Speed enabled. Enabled.
So we're now on log file number 3. Second reboot of the day, log file number 3. But the good news is all of our 50 hertz test data is on log file 2 for the pre-planned tests. These are going to be some ad hoc tests. And then we'll be on log file number 3. Now see, today, ball's behaving great at these low airspeeds. Only starts to get twitchy at high airspeeds. I'm actually climbing a little slow here, trying to warm my oil up to 180. We got a good camera, and we got a good boom. looking good for 6,000 feet. We're just going to get a couple of examples off the perch. I'm going to just roll off the perch on speed, 45 degrees of flaps. We're going to descend for 360 degrees. I'm going to do my level best to keep the airspeed constant and allow the velocity vector to do what it does. All right. Power's coming back. Getting set up here. It's a 15, 15, 20, 15 Charlie, 25.2, butt sore, in the turn, 360. All right, so this will be a descending 360 off the perch to the left. Then we're going to get a couple out of the climb as well. We'll do some sort of an AOA recovery, basically kind of a power on stall recovery into the turn, similar to what we're going to have in the turn back. All right, slowing down, throttle, friction, full lock, throttle, full aft, trim, 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 flaps 20 condition. All right, flaps 40 condition, full nose up trim, data mark, mark.
Data mark.
Off the perch. So you initially get that slightly slow. And now the velocity vector is starting to come back up as we maintain an on-speed condition at 45 degrees of bank and everything stabilizes. Takes about 500 feet to do that and about 500 feet for the 360, Jeff. All right, let's knock it off. All right, post-flight or post-test data mark done. Let's go back up. We'll do a couple more of those. And then we're going to transition to the climb, pitch, roll, mode. I think those seat cushions are like Oregon Aero. Might be time to talk to them at Oshkosh. Okay. Out of 5.5 for 6 at 15, 17, 18. 16 Charlie, 25.1 on board, right tank feed.
November 017, that previously issued
Negative,
traffic,
left
about 1
tank,
o'clock,
left tank.
correction, 2 miles, 5,500 and 4,400.
Warrior 017, look.
All right, there's our 6,000 feet. Airspace is looking nominal. This will be another roll off the perch, Jeff. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to track the flight path vector on these. I think we can do that relatively well with the 50 hertz data. We got a good camera, got a good boom, and we got about 45 minutes of camera left. That's going to be our limb vac today. Let's get set up for our next one. Again, this will be left hand, 45 degrees. Starting our turn. All right, there's a flaps. Whoops, flaps 20 condition. It's always good when the pilot says whoops. All right. Nose is coming back. Trim's coming on. All right, there's a
November
flaps 40 locked.
017, will report to different springs in sight.
Warrior 017,
On
will
speed,
report when he...
off the perch. Oh, fuck, I forgot the data mark. God damn it, back. All right, back up. Knock it off, knock it off. There we go. Let's go flaps 20. Go flaps 40. Flaps 40 in, locked. Power's coming back. Decel.
Chattanooga approach envoy 41, close 12.2, descending 1,000.
Data mark.
November 10, Mike,
go.
contact Pensacola approach 119.0.
For Pensacola approach 119.0, 422, Mike.
And basically, AOA is
Descend,
catching up.
maintain
Airspeed's catching up.
6,000.
And velocity vector is transiting back up. So once we're actually level off the perch, we're pretty much nose on the horizon, at least in this configuration. And then there's our 360, 500 feet. We're gonna get one more of those. Only because I totally pooched that one up. good camera, we got a good boom. So Jeff, really what we're doing in here is we're repeating a lot of the experiments we repeated with the tough test. I'm just using the M5 and the AOA a little bit more than we did in those tests. Alright, there's our 6,000 feet. Oil's nominal at 175, warming up just a little bit. A little far north, so we're going to have to skull south here for Eglin airspace. Balls are behaving almost identically right now. Okay, now we got just too much magnitude on ours as we accelerate, and it doesn't even really hit until I'm accelerating through about 130. Power was up there at about 2,300 RPM.
Approach Warrior 017,
All
I
right.
have Spinny Atkins sight.
Warrior 017, roger, radar service terminated,
Okay.
change approved, have a good day.
In the hooking house.
Warrior 017, walking.
Heading at
420.
360. It is 15, 21, 25, 15, Charlie, 24.7 on board. We're going to get one more off the perch and do something slightly different this time. I'm just going to try to maintain 75. And we're going to watch the velocity vector. May not drop as much. That may be a function of flying AOA versus flying airspeed. All right, power's back. Skull on 360.
Navy 7 Echo 076, Eglin departure, ident.
Trim. There's our flaps 40 condition. Pull those up trim. And
Navy 7 Echo 076,
Data mark.
radar contact 1 mile east of Eglin. Correction, outside.
so you go into 75 right in here. Notice we get the stall warning.
Out of 18,000 for
Of course, I'm
11,000.
slow. So basically right on the edge of it. That's the whole VREF. No slower than stall warning. That's exactly where we are right now. Okay, let's go ahead and terminate that.
Hey, Glenn, good morning. It's Air Club 16.
Let's go back up.
Looking to do some patterns at
Monkey with that some more. Over 1 hour, 8 minutes. Liftback's going to be camera time.
We have Christy in sight, just looking for multiple patterns there, and then we'll come back for you with you.
Air Club 16, roger, traffic, 1 o'clock, about 5 miles, Bell 06, level 2000, eastbound. We'll be turning northbound for the RNAV 17 into Bob Sykes.
Air Club 16 will be looking at, we have Bob Sykes in sight.
All right, so that brought us VREF +5. I haven't done this in a couple of years, so it's actually really good practice because this needs to all go in the TTPs, airspeed-wise. All right,
Walker 892 Tango Extra, Eglin approach, destinal altimeter 3004, expect RNAV runway 14.
Be another roll off the perch.
Navy 7 Echo 076, turn left heading 350, vectors to RNAV final approach.
We're on log file 3, data mark 3. This will be our 4th maneuver in this log file. God, my butt's killing me.
Air Club 16, change your advisory frequency approved.
Got a huge hot
Club
spot.
16, we got a traffic in sight, and we'll see you in a bit.
All right.
November 1 Lima Charlie, contact
Slowing her
approach 119.0, have a safe flight.
1190, thank you. Good day.
Flaps 20 condition. Trim. We're going to take a little bit of the climb here. That's just fine.
November 5 Golf Bravo, to maintain 7,000.
All right, pull those up.
7,000 Golf
Stand by
Bravo.
data mark. 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, off the perch. No stall warning. There's that velocity vector shift. There's our stall warning. All right. That was VREF at about stall warning. So, next set of tests, we're going to have to actually apply flaps to simulate drag. So what we're going to do, nah, we won't.
November
Apply
2
flap
Tango
0
X-ray
and
to
then
maintain
we'll
2000, proceed direct ILO.
get her from there. All right, here for 1 hour, 11 minutes. Cloud's starting to fill in, just a little bit.
Hang on 45.
Ball's nominal at 175.
November 2 Tango X-ray 2000.
All right, let's stop at 5,500 feet because we're going to climb. And then pitch.
November 5 Golf, correction, November 5 Golf Bravo, flighting 210 vector sequencing.
All right, right turn to 210. Now we're down to 7,000 for Golf Bravo.
November 5 Golf Bravo, affirmative.
Thanks.
5, we'll do LWD max climb. And we're going to start the data mark actually in the climb. And then we'll catch it on the TLAR at the recovery. All right, it is 15, 26, 52, 16 Charlie, 24.3 in the right turn out of heading at 360.
November 2 Tango X-ray, cross ILOP at 2000, cleared RNAV runway 14.
All right, mixture is rich. Power's coming up. On speed climb. Or I'm sorry, LWD max climb. And mark.
On speed disabled.
God
On speed
damn
enabled.
Okay, that was an epic failure. Let's try that again. We're
November 2
loosening the
6
throttle up
Echo,
now.
as an approach, clear to Panama City
we
as
go.
filed. Maintain 2000, you can expect 5000 off departure. Departure frequency will be this frequency and hold for
They're
release.
not heading a 180 just for something different. That was me. All right.
November 6 Zulu Echo and Squawk 5502.
We'll just feed the power in here.
6 Zulu Echo, hold for release, advise by number 1 to the runway.
There's our LD max climb, data mark.
November 2 Tango
Data
X-ray,
mark.
contact tower.
1, 2, 3. There's our AOA recovery. And roll. On speed. Notice the velocity vector change, just maintaining an on-speed condition.
At approach Seminole 272 Golf Tango 5.
Oh, forgot the flaps. Very well executed back. Flaps 0. Okay, knock it off at 180. Let's try that again.
November 6 Zulu Echo, hold for release, and you can expect, or correction,
All right. There's our LRD max condition.
November
Power's
6 Zulu
coming
Echo,
up.
say departing runway. November 6 Zulu Echo, fly heading to 080, maintain
Stand by.
2000,
Data mark.
release.
Oh, forgot to get the data marker for the end of that last one. There we go.
Data mark.
New one.
November 5 Golf Bravo, descend maintain 2000, proceed direct ILOP.
2000 direct ILO for Golf Bravo.
Go, AOA recovery. Times 40. Roll.
Approach, good morning. 70272 Golf Tango 5000.
November 272 Golf Tango, Eglin approach, Crestville, Timber 3006.
272 Golf Tango.
November
About
5
5 degrees
Bravo,
nose
Cross
low
Isle,
versus
at above 2000,
0.
cleared RNAV runway 14.
I'll up better above 2000, RNAV 14.
Looking for
November 9 Whiskey
360 worth
Foxtrot
the data
contact,
here.
correction, Tyndall approach,
And mark. Okay.
125.2.
All right, flaps are retracted. Going to an LRD max condition.
November 9 Whiskey Foxtrot contact,
In the
Tyndall approach,
climb.
125.2.
Data mark for the previous one. Nope, been safe. There we go. All right, looking good. There's our LRD max climb. It is 15, 30, 50.
Good morning,
15 Charlie.
1090 is
23.9.
13.9, descending 11,000. Information, Whiskey, request direct.